Father, today I vow to love and value Chantel, your daughter, higher than any other, to honor her as your child and nurture all you have placed within her. Jesus, I vow today to adore Chantel according to your example, shown on the cross and the empty grave. I understand that every moment of marriage is an incredible opportunity to experience your heart for this world, and I thank you. Holy Spirit, I vow to honor you in our decisions, to stay aware of your counsel in every season and to rely on your power daily as we obey together. I vow to trust your able hand in Chantel's life as you lead us into the fullness of your will. Chantel, my bride, I vow to love you for the rest of my life, but not just to love as I understand it now. I promise to plunge the depths and explore the breadths of God's love in pursuit and honor of you. I vow to be a constant student, to learn daily about your character and to make a study of your desires, to take note of your many giftings and to emphasize your victories. I vow to learn the grace God has placed on your life and to keep in step with you as we both keep in step with the Spirit. I love how much you love old people. It gives me great hope for us when we will sit in our old age and smile at the goodness of God. I vow to keep that vision alive. I promise to honor you as my teammate and as the mother of our children, to labor with you as we build a legacy that will glorify God and significantly serve this world. I vow to speak life and faith over you, our marriage and our children, and to contend for the better than I could dream plans God has for us. I vow to glorify God with you in loud worship, in sincere prayer, in joyful celebration, and in our everyday simplicities. It is an honor of my lifetime to promise this today. Love you massive time. Chantel.
Dear David Jeremy Webster, I am making these vows to you with great expectation of a future to come, but also realizing the weight it carries. Therefore, I don't take what I say lightly at all. Firstly, I vow to keep my eyes fixed on Jesus, and as I do, I believe He will enable me to be the wife to you that He has called me to be. I vow to cherish and love our family and friends in a way that glorifies God and serves you. I vow to be a safe place to you, a place where you feel at home enough to be completely yourself. I vow to love God's church and be planted in church with you for the rest of our life. I vow to be obedient wherever God calls us. I vow to a life full of God-given adventures. I vow to laugh with you, cry with you, and most importantly, I vow to pray with you. And as I vow to pray with you, I want to read the prayer I have for our marriage. This is my prayer, which is based on Psalm 103. I pray that we are reminded of God's miracles of kindness towards us, and that we continue to see many miracles in our life. I pray that we are constantly reminded of God's forgiveness towards us, and that it will enable us to forgive generously. That He will be the one to heal us inside and out when we need healing, so that we don't carry that burden ourselves. That He continue to crown us with love and mercy, which enable us to extend it towards each other freely. That He makes us soar like eagles wherever we find ourselves. That He will be the one we look to make things right. That we see God's tender-heartedness and that it enables us to be tender to each other. That we know how patient He is with us and that we learn the same patience too. That we desire for Him to know us inside and out and that it will result in us knowing each other better too. That we are convinced of His love for us, which is unbroken and unrelenting, and that we do our best to love Him in the same way. That we see His faithfulness to keep every promise He's made, and that those promises passes from us to our children and their children. And finally, I pray that we always build our lives on the foundation of God's heavenly throne, which is eternal, secure, and strong. And with that, I finally vow to do my best to love you with an unbroken and unrelenting love. I can't wait for the rest of our life together.
How did I get so lucky? I die when I look in your eyes, then I come back alive when you touch me. You're the one for me, so here I am to give all I have. I'm in love with you, and you know that it's true. You can always count on me to carry you through. And if you get scared, remember I'll be right there with you. Here's what I'll do, I'm gonna hold you all through the night. Oh, lay your head on my chest, baby, and close your eyes. I'm gonna love you till I run out of time, baby. Oh, I'll always be yours if you'll always be mine.
Chantel loves country music. Yeah. She really does. So I thought, okay, I'll try and write my own country song. Okay. So here we go. This might be a bit crazy, but we're going to go through it. Okay. Andrew, you ready? Cool.
song, so I thought I'd write you one to tell you just how grateful I am. God was gracious to me and He brought you along, and I treasure every moment we had. From when you were clueless at breakfast and shy over wine, and then I let you see the open leaves and then let you take your time. And then one sweaty January while I was waiting until now, you made me the most happy when you said you'd be mine. We fell more in love in lockdown, all our whole life together. I'm so thankful for your kindness and how it's made me better. We've shared our fears and we've shared our tears, the moments that felt too much. But then we turned to prayer and left each other there till God showed up. Remember when God said I could kiss you in the car at Lanzarote, and the time we prayed out in the rain in the driveway where we sat. Remember those Franschoek clouds that Saturday when we worshipped up the past, and then you said yes after the letter and I double checked. But then you said yes and I could never felt so blessed, because you said that you'd be mine. Oh, 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 that you'd be mine. You'd be mine. That you'd be mine. You're the honor of my lifetime. I'm so grateful, and it's true. Thank you, my dear Chantel, for letting me love you. Thank you, my dear Chantel, for letting me love you.